Morning to all. This is Naval Mira. Our subject is Ppsc for first civil. In that, our topic is fifth unit, that is interfunction communication in C. Today's our topic is interfunction communication in C. Okay, na? Yes. What is the meaning of function? This is the function topic only. Yes. What is the meaning of function first? Here, function is a subprogram in the main program. Okay, na? Here, function is a subprogram in the program. It performs some task. It performs some special task in the program. Simply, we can call as a function consist of group of statements. Those can perform some special task in the program. Okay, na? This is the meaning of function. Okay, na? Function consists of three parts. Function consists of three parts. What are those? These all are called as aspects of function. Okay. Here, what are those? First one is function declaration, and next one is function calling, and next one function definition. Okay. So function declaration is nothing but this is a prototype. This is a prototype. Simply, this is declared globally. Okay. Here, function call. Yes, what is the meaning of function call? Function call generally appear in main function. Generally appear in main function. Coming to our function definition, where our function definition consists. Here, function definition is generally appear before the main or after the main in the program. Okay, na? So these all are its syntaxes. Okay, na? So function declaration, that is return type, function name of argument, nothing but parameters. Function call, what is the syntax? Function name of arguments. Okay, na? Here function definition. So here the syntax of function definition is return type, function name of argument, function body. So this is about our simply aspects, nothing but parts of function. Now coming to our topic, that is interfunction communication in C. So in this topic, we will discuss about how a function is executed in the program. What happened when function is executed? Okay, na? What happened when function is executed? Internally, what happened? Internally, what happened when function is executed? These all are discussed in interfunction communication. Generally, when a function get executed in the program, what happened? The execution control is transferred from calling calling function to called function and execute function definition, and finally come back to the calling function. So simply, what is the general meaning of this? Simply, when a function is executed in the program, here actually function calling is in the main program. Function definition is after the main or before the main. So when every program execute starts from main program. Here main program consists of function calling. So when a function calling is executed, main program execution is stopped and then function definition is executed. What function definition consists? Function definition consists of some group of statements. Some group of statements. So those all are executed and then this result is carried to the main function again. So simply, when a function get executed, the execution control is transferred from calling function to called function. Okay, now calling function to called function to execute function definition and finally come back to the calling function. In this process, both the calling function and the called function have communicate with each other to execute program. This process exchange the information between calling and the called function. This is called as intercommunication. Simply interfunction communication. So simply, what is the meaning of interfunction communication? Interfunction communication is nothing but exchange the information between calling and called function. Exchange the information between calling function and called function is called as interfunction communication. Okay, na? Here there are three different types of interfunction communications are there. What are those? First one is downward communication. Next one, upward communication. Third one is bidirectional communication. Okay. Coming to our first one. Coming to our first one. What is that? That is downward communication. In this type of communication, what happened? In this type of communication, here the data transferred from calling function to called function, but not from called function to calling function. Generally, here in this downward communication, what happened? Data transfer from calling function to called function. The function with parameter and here the function with parameter and without return type, without return values are considered under downward communication. In this, what happened here? Here the function with the parameter and without return type, without return value, without return value and considered under downward communication. Here, simply the main objective is the data transferred from calling function to called function, calling function to called function. Okay, na? Here calling function, where our calling function is available. Here calling function is in the main block, that means main function. Okay, na? Calling is appearing in main function. Called is nothing but where our called here called function is nothing but function declaration. Function declaration. Where is that before the main or after the main? Okay, na? This is the simple example. This demonstrate downward communication. Okay, na? Here what happened here? Here there are two header files are there. Those are standard io.h, standard stdio.h, con io.h. This is the main function, and then there are two variables are declared, that is integer type, that is number one, number two. Number one, number two. Here, this is the function declaration. This is the function declaration. So in that function declaration, here void type. Okay, this is the void return type. Addition is my function name. Addition is my function name. It consists of two variables, int comma int. So this is my function declaration. This is my function declaration. So this is clear screen. In that, here I am assigning two numbers to the two variables. Those are here num equal to 10. 10 is assigned to my num one variable. 20 is assigned to num2 variable, and then printf. Okay, na? before before swap number something, I want to print these two numbers. I want to print these two numbers values. Okay, na? So this is the printf. Now this is the function calling. Okay, na? This is the function calling. So in that function calling, addition is my function name. Addition of number one comma number two. This is my function calling. Okay, na? Addition, that is my function name of number one variable, number two another variable. Okay, get ch. This is my output purpose. This is my end of my main program. Now this is my called function. This is my called function. Where called function is available after the main. After the main. So in that called function, actual operation is written. In that printf was sum equal to percentage d comma a plus b. Now what happened here? A plus b, that means a value construct 10, b value construct 20. Those two additions are performed, and then this result is stored into my sum. Okay, now here sum equal to percentage d, that is a plus b. So end of my function card. Okay, na? End of my card function. So this is the simple example of downward communication. When this program is executed, what happened here? This is my every program is start from main function. So main program, my execution is start here. Now execution control is something main, and then this one, and then this is executed. When this is executed, what happened here in the downward communication? What happened here? Control control transfer from where to where, calling function to called function, calling function to called function. So calling function, where calling function is available, this is my calling function. So control is a transfer from this calling function to called function directly. So this is my downward communication. Okay, na? Here, so simply the main point, nothing but reminder point is control here, data transfer from calling function to called function. Okay, na? సో ఇదే మనం గుర్తుంచుకోవాలండి. ఏమిటి అంటే హియర్ ద కమ్యూనికేట్ ఇన్ దిస్ కమ్యూనికేషన్ డేటా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఫ్రమ్ కాలింగ్ ఫంక్షన్ టు called function, that is the important. Okay, now coming to our upward communication. So the reverse of this one, this is called as upward communication. The reverse of downward communication is called as upward communication. Now what happened here in this type of inter-function communication, data transfer from called function to calling function. Okay, na? In downward communication, what happened here? Data is transferred from calling function to called function, calling function to called function. But here, upward communication, what happened here? The data is transferred from called function to calling function, but not a calling function to called function. Okay, na? These function without parameters and with written values are considered under upward communication. Simply, this is the reverse of downward communication. This is the simple example which demonstrate upward communication. Okay, so this is same program and same program. Here these are two header files. This is my main function. Here there is a one variable that is int result. Okay, result is my variable, that is the type of integer. Now here this is my function declaration, that is int addition. Okay, now int addition, here addition is my function name, addition is function name. Clear scheme result. Okay, now this is my result variable, result equal to addition, result equal to addition. What is this? This is nothing but calling function, this is nothing but calling function. So whenever this result is, whenever this result, whenever this particular function is executed, this result is assigned to my this particular answer, nothing result is assigned to my result variable. Okay, now printf sum equal to percentage the result. Okay, now this is my output of us, this is the end of my main program. So this is my called function, and this is my called function, that is int, that is the return type int addition. Okay, now this is my called function. Here there are two variables are different, those are integers. I am assigning two values, return number 1 plus number 2. So these two are performed. So 10 plus 20, that is 30. 30 is 30, where 30 is carried, where 30 is carried here. Yes, where 30 is carried. Now yes, where 30 is carried. Now here 30, ఇక్కడికి వస్తుంది 30. సో ఈ 30 దేనికి అసైన్ అవుతుంది, రిజల్ట్ కి అసైన్ అవుతుంది. ఈ రిజల్ట్ ని మనం ఇక్కడ ప్రింట్ చేసాం. సో సింపుల్లీ సమ్ లో 30 అని మనకి ఆన్సర్ చూపిస్తూ ఉంటుందండి. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ అవర్ upward communication. Okay, in this data transfer from called function to calling function. This is about our upward communication. Data simply this, in this main objective, data transfer from called function to calling function. So here data is transferred here to nothing but this is the called function. So called function to calling function. Okay, na? This is about our upward communication. Next one is bidirectional communication. By means two only. By means two. So simply in this type of inter-function communication, data is transferred from calling function to called function and also called function to calling function. So simply this is the combination of both upward and downward communications. Okay, na? Upward and downward communication. By means two. So simply this is the combination of about two communications. What are those? Upward as well as downward communications. In this type of communication, data is transferred from calling function to called function and also called function to calling function. Okay, na? This type of function with the parameters and with written values are considered. In this, what happened? With the parameters and also written values are considered. Okay, now coming to our example. So simply here the main point is data is transferred from calling function to called function as well as called function to calling function. Simply this is the combination of both upward and downward communication. This is the simple example which demonstrate bidirectional communication. Okay, here what happened? These are two header files. Okay, this is my main function. In that there are three variables are different. Those are integer variables. Okay, number one, number two, as well as result. These three are integer variables. This is my function declaration where what here int is my return type of addition. Addition is my function name. So there are two parameters. Those are int comma int. clear, okay na, clear screen. So I am assigning two values to that particular variable, that those are number one, number two. So 10 is assigned to my number one, 20 is assigned to number two variable. Here result equal to, result is my other variable kada. So result equal to addition of number one comma number two. What is this? This is my function calling. This is my function calling. So this is my function calling. Now printf sum, here sum is another variable equal to percentage d. So the result value is stored into my sum get ch. So my main program is completed. Now this is my called function. Okay na, int nothing but body of the function. Int, that is my return type. Addition is my function name of int a comma int b, nothing but two parameters. Okay, now open base, a return of a plus b, return of a plus b. What happened here? Here a means 10 plus b means 20, so 30. Okay, now 30. So here whenever this block is executed, 30 is carried to, 30 is carried to here, 30 is carried to here. Now 30 values here, this 30 is assigned to result. Now again this result is assigned to my sum. So simply sum consists of 30. In this way our data is transferred from both upward as well as downward. Nothing but calling function to called function as well as called function to calling function. So this is about our bidirectional communication. This is the end of our inter-function communication. Generally, when functions are executed, these are happened. Okay, any one of these are happened. Those are upward communication or downward communication or bidirectional communication. Okay, na? So which one is used? That is depends upon our programming style. Okay, na? So that is depends upon our program. Okay, na? So this is about our inter-process, inter-function communication. Okay, na? Is there any doubts in this topic? Very important topic, and okay, na? In previous exams, these questions many times repeating, and okay, na? Inter-function communication. Is there any doubts? Nobody responding. That means no doubts. Okay, na? So this is about our inter-function communication in C. Okay, na? Now coming to our next topic, that is standard library functions. That is our topic for the next topic, standard library functions. Yes, what is the meaning of standard library functions? What is the meaning of standard library functions? Standard library functions are predefined library functions. Predefined library functions. These all are library functions are developed at the time of C language was developed. Okay, na? C language consists of different types of standard library functions. Okay, na? Each standard library function, nothing but each header file consists of a group of functions. Group of functions. Okay, na? Now coming to our first header file, that is stdio.h. That is a standard library function. Okay, na? Standard library function, that is our first two example is standard IO, stdio.h. Here stdio.h is a most popular header file. It consists of both input and output functions. Okay, na? It consists of both input and output functions. Standard input output functions. Okay, na? Here the most popular standard input output functions are printf, scanf, getchar, putchar, ef get, put s, ef open, ef close. These all are some predefined functions. Those all functions are available in our one header file, that is stdio.h. Okay, now coming to our printf. What is the meaning of printf? From first unit to fifth unit. Okay, now printf, scanf, getchar, putchar, these all are discussed. So printf is a output statement. This is used to output the, this is used to print the output on the screen. This is available in our standard io.h. So scanf is a input statement. This is used to take some input from the user. Getchar, this is used to, this is used to return the character on the screen. Okay, na? Putchar, what is the meaning of putchar? This is used to display the single character on the screen. Okay, na? Fget, this is nothing but this is a function. This is a file handling functions and okay. Fget, this is used to take a line as an input. Okay, put as this function is used to display a line as an output. Okay, f open, this is used to open or create a new file. F close, this is used to close already open file. These all functions are available in our one standard library functions. Those are stdlibh. Whenever we use these function in our program, we must include header file, that is hash include stdlibh. Okay, now coming to our string.h. This is already discussed already. Here string.h. What is the meaning of string.h? Here string.h is another standard library function. Okay, it consists of different types of string handling functions. Okay, now coming to our first one. Okay, now in this there are two columns are different function name as well as the description of that particular function. strlen. What is the meaning of this? strlen of string name. Okay, now here strlen is the string length. It returns the length of the given string. Now strcpy, this is the second one. strcpy of destination comma source. What happened? Whenever this function is executed, it copy the one string to another string. Okay, na? strcat. strcat. What is the meaning of this? This is nothing but string concatenate, nothing but combine two strings. strcmp. What is the meaning of this? Okay, now this is used to compare the two strings, whether the two strings are equal or not. If both strings are equal, it returns 0. Otherwise, it returns 1. Okay, now strrev. strrev. What is the meaning of this? Okay, now strrev nothing but reverse the given string. Reverse the given string. For example, I am given ABC. It prints the CBA like that. Reverse string reverse. Okay, now strlwr. strlwr, nothing but lower string. So whenever we give capital letters, it convert to lowercase. Okay, now lowercase letters like that. Okay, now coming to our strupr. This is used to convert the lowercase to uppercase. Lowercase to uppercase. Okay, now so these all are different types of string handling functions. These all functions are available in our string.h standard library function. Whenever we use these type of functions in our program, we must include one header file like that hash include string.h. Okay, now coming to our another function, that is stdlibh. stdlibh. Now what is the meaning of stdlibh? Standard library header files. Okay, so here this is another type of standard library header file. Okay, it consists of different types of functions like alloc, c alloc, re alloc, free. Okay, so these all are discussed in previous unit. These all are nothing but dynamic memory allocation functions. Dynamic memory allocation functions. Okay, so why these all functions are used? To allocate the memory in runtime. We allocate the memory at runtime. Okay, whenever we use these type of function in our program, we must include one header file, that is hash include std.lib.h. Okay, memory allocation. Okay, contiguous allocation, a reallocation, as well as a free. Free means delete the allocated memory. So these all are discussed in the previous topic. Okay, now coming to our math.h. Coming to our another file, and that is math.h. What is the meaning of math.h? Yeah, this is another standard library function. Okay, na? It consists of different types of mathematical functions. It consists of different types of mathematical functions like sqrt, pow, okay, power nothing but fabs, log, sin, cos, tan. Okay, these all are some mathematical functions. Now sqrt, we have seen this sqrt. Okay, here sqrt function is used to find the square root of the given number. Okay, now POW, power of the given number. Okay, power of the given number. Now FABS. Okay, this function is used to find the absolute value of the given number. Absolute value of the given number. Log. Okay, this function is used to find the logarithmic of number, given number. Sine, nothing but trigonometric functions. Sine, cos, tan. Okay? These all functions are used to used to perform different types of trigonometric operations. Okay, whenever we use these type of function, whenever we want to use these type of function in our program, we must include one header file, and that is hash include math.h. Okay, na? So simply these all are most popular standard library functions. Okay, the next one more, that is conio.h. Here conio.h is another most popular standard library function. So okay, it consists of different types of functions like clr, ser. Okay, na? Get ch. So now clr, ser, what is the meaning of this? Here to clear the output screen, so CLR SCR function is used. Okay, na? Get ch, to this is the output purpose and okay, na? For example, whenever we use get ch, whenever we our program is compiled, it directly displays the output screen. Okay, na? So here, whenever we want to use these two type of function, we must include one header file, that is hash include conio.h. Okay, na? This is about our standard library functions. Okay, there are so many other library functions are there, but these all are most popular. Generally we are using these type of, these are all standard functions. Okay, na? Now coming to our tomorrow's topic, that is passing array to functions. This is our tomorrow's topic. This is very important, and passing array to function. This is our tomorrow's topic. We will discuss about this topic tomorrow. Okay, na? Now, is there any doubts regarding these topics? Okay. Today class we have discussed two topics, and that is standard library functions. Next one, inter-function communication. Okay, na? Inter-function communication. Is there any doubts? Nobody reply. Okay, na? So I think there is no doubts. If you have any doubts, please refer our YouTube videos. Okay, na? So leave that. Now you can leave. Thank you. Prepare for next class.